I will add here the episode tonight from the Harry Lime Horseplay. I think a lot of you, as you listen to it, and by the end, may think, oh, that really reminds me of a certain movie. Just remember that this episode actually came first. So perhaps the movie copied this episode. Finally, just a disclaimer, no actors will be hurt in attempting foreign accents, so don't worry about that. All right, I think we're about ready to begin. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. First, 5-minute mystery, Blood on My Hands. And we're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Another 5-minute mystery.
Sound. Thunder. Door creaks open. Closes.
Hello, Emily.
Carl, it's you!
Well, it's reassuring to see you haven't forgotten me, my dear.
Where have you been all these years, Carl?
Frankly, Emily, I've been trying to lose the memory of our 10 years of marriage. I must admit I haven't succeeded.
Neither have I. You go away. Leave this house and this time never come back.
I have no intentions of returning after this visit, my dear wife. You see, I'm going to kill you.
You're mad!
I really can't resist the situation. It has all the elements. A woman alone in a house in the country, a summer storm, a perfect motive, and a genius alibi.
Stay away from me, Carl. Don't touch me!
Don't run away, Emily. Come here.
No!
Sound. Thunder.
You must have had quite a ride here in this storm.
Yes, Inspector, but I wanted to report my wife's death as soon as possible.
I understand you've been away for several years.
My wife and I separated 10 years ago.
And how did you happen to come back?
Well, that's a rather strange story, Inspector. It seems my wife is quite frightened of doctors and refuses to consult them. About 5 days ago, I received a letter from her saying she felt she was dying. Oh, my wife has always been a strange sort of woman. I hesitate to say it so bluntly, but I'm sure you're aware of the reputation she had in the village.
Well, no disrespect intended, of course, but she was known to be slightly eccentric.
Yes. By the way, when can you come out to the house to write a report on Emily's suicide?
I'm afraid we'll have to wait until the storm subsides a bit, but I realize you want this whole embarrassing affair disposed of as quickly as possible. So if you're willing to give me the details, I can begin my report.
Good. Well, I arrived at my house around 8 o'clock, found my wife in her bedroom. She was bleeding from several small wounds. She told me they were self-inflicted.
Didn't you stop the bleeding?
Yes, I tried, but she laughed and told me there was nothing I could do. You see, she revealed to me that she suffered from hemophilia. It would be impossible to stop the flow of blood. There were too many wounds.
Well, the storm seems to be letting up. I think we'll be able to make it to the house now. I must warn you that anything you say can be used against you at your trial. I'm accusing you of the murder of your wife. What flaw did the inspector find in Carl's story? In just a moment, we'll know. But first, ever wonder how long beechnut gum's flavor lasts? Just listen.
Sound. Royal flourish of horns.
My good King Henry V, the army awaits your call to battle.
I decree that there will be no battle at Agincourt while the flavor lasts.
Why, what are you chewing, my liege?
Beechnut gum.
Struth! Perhaps I better bone up on my French.
That's right. It doesn't matter if you're English or French. Beechnut has flavor that lasts longer than the 100 Years' War. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. It's only pennies a pack. And now, back to our story. Carl,
You murdered your wife, and with one of the most gruesome methods I've ever encountered. Your story became a lie when you told me your wife said she suffered from hemophilia.
How can you be so sure?
For your information, my friend, women never suffer from hemophilia. They may transmit it to male members of their family, but they themselves are never afflicted with it. Any doctor could tell you that. The blood on your hands won't wash off easily.
We hope you enjoyed this 5-minute mystery. Stay tuned now for The Adventures of Harry Lime.
Bang!
That was the shot that killed Harry Lime. He died in the sewer beneath Vienna, as those of you know who saw the movie The Third Man. Yes, that was the end of Harry Lime, but it was not the beginning. No. No, Harry Lime had many lives, and I can recount all of them. How do I know? It's very simple, because my name is Harry Lime. If I were an honest man, which would be silly on the face of it, this would be my sermon. Any character who gets swindled is asking for it. You can't swindle a man unless he's so full of larceny that his very breathing is crooked. This, to a man of my talents, would be disconcerting if I didn't know that 9 people out of 10 are full of larceny. Like a certain American named Harris, who not so long ago came to Paris for a holiday. Strictly in Mr. Harris's honor, I concocted a juicy little swindle called Horseplay. My game of horseplay began in the bar of the Creolon. To start it, I had a call on a French pal of mine, André Janine.
Sound, low restaurant noise.
Say it to me again, Harry.
The big man over there sitting at the corner table. See him?
Yes, but...
Look, Andre, all I want you to do is get into conversation with him. Easy enough?
Why not?
Then, while you're talking, you find this billfold under the table.
Under the table?
Where you will have dropped it first.
Aha, yes. And in the billfold there are papers which will identify it as yours?
And you will return it to me. Simple?
And to be sure to bring this man with me when I return it.
Let him return it. I'll be in a room here at the hotel.
Ah, and all these hocus pocus are to accomplish what?
All these hocus pocus, my friend, will result in Mr. Harris, that big man at the corner table, giving me thousands and thousands of American dollars, as you will see. Andre Janine did his job smoothly. He was sitting down and talking to Harris in a matter of minutes as though they were old friends. From not too near, I watched discreetly. They were just getting up to go when suddenly...
Oh, oops. Oh,
Restaurant noise.
I'm sorry, Mr. Janine.
What?
Your foot. I must have kicked it. Excuse me.
My foot? But you did not. Let's see. What did... Mon Dieu, it's a billfold. You must have dropped it.
Billfold? Dropped it? No, not me. I got mine all right here. Now, let's see what, whoever it is, it's sure one fat wallet.
Sound, crinkle of money.
Look here.
Incroyable. Nothing to be leaving around in hotel bars.
7, 8, 10, 15, 10 needle franc notes. Must be 400 American dollars anyway. Membership card here to some club.
Club de Turf.
What's that?
Sounds like some sort of club where one may place bets on horse races. A turf club. This is English.
Oh, sure. Turf club, huh? Fella's name is Harry Lime. Here, look at this. Looks like some sort of a code cipher. And 2 race tickets. And look at this newspaper clipping here.
From an American newspaper?
Yeah, I guess so. Mysterious racetrack plunger Harry Lime winnings at Belmont this season estimated at more than $1 million. Fella does all right, doesn't he?
Oh, we better ask at the desk to see if there's anybody here in the hotel whose name is, what is it again?
Harry Lime. Come on, let's ask.
Sound. Knock at door. Door unlocks.
Yes, what do you want?
Are you Mr. Harry Lime?
You a newspaperman? If you are, I don't want to see you. No interviews. I simply will not be bothered by a lot of silly...
No, one moment, sir, please. We simply called by to ask if you had lost anything.
Lost anything? Certainly not. Good day, gentlemen.
Are you sure you have your wallet, your billfold?
Sound. Lime pats himself down.
Good Lord, is where? No, just a second.
I think we found it, Mr. Lime.
Oh, come in, gentlemen. I'm sure you know how sorry I am. If I seem to be rude, it's just that these reporters, even here in Paris, a man in my position.
I suppose you can identify the billfold?
I certainly can. Now let's see, some cash, maybe 400 or 500 in French and American money, a membership card in the Club de Turf, a code cipher I use in my business, and see a couple of cablegrams.
It's yours, all right.
Can't tell you how grateful I am. It certainly would have put me in a... Here, why don't you take this cash and have yourselves a good time?
Nonsense, man. Don't be foolish.
Now, please, it would please me very much if you'd take it. Seriously, these papers here, they're what of value only to me. You sure I can't repay you, but...
No. Mille merci.
Well, then, at the very least, you must both be my guests for an evening while you're in Paris. Drinks, dinner, make the rounds of the hottest spots, maybe some girlfriends.
Oh, well.
Meanwhile, let me place a bet for you just to cover your hotel bill while you're in town.
A bet? I'm afraid I do not exactly see what you are...
He means on the horse races, don't you?
Oh, you mean you have some, let me see, some hot tips?
Well, in a way, yes, tips. You see, I represent a large syndicate, which, shall we say, is beginning to regulate the winning of races at French tracks. I'm merely the agent placing the syndicate money to the considerable disadvantage of French bookmakers and gambling clubs until they fall into line. Naturally, this is all confidential.
Oh, of course.
By all means.
That's why I was so curt with you when you first came to the door, you understand. I thought maybe you might be newspapermen. Occasionally they come embarrassingly close to realizing what the syndicate is up to.
Sound. Knock at door.
And naturally, any publicity would...
Sound.
Excuse me.
Door latch.
Yes?
A cablegram, monsieur?
Merci, Corsier.
Oh, merci bien, monsieur.
Sound. Door closes.
The point is, gentlemen, I'm sent my instructions by coded telegram, so you can see what a spot I'd be in without my cipher, so I'm grateful to you both, I most certainly am.
You mean the bets you placed, the races have been fixed in advance?
Well, now, fixed is a most unpleasant word, but that's about the size of it. That's why it occurred to me that perhaps I show my gratitude by placing a small bet for both of you, which, with good odds, would at least make you some cigarette money while you're here in Paris. Excuse me just a moment, will you?
Sound. Paper unfolding.
What a thing to happen in on, hey, Janine?
What do you mean?
Why don't you get it? Fixed races. An absolutely sure thing.
Aha, I've heard of things like that, but...
Heard of them? I have one right here in our laps.
Gentlemen, this telegram, I have a very good thing here. If you'll just excuse me.
Oh, but of course, I am sure, Monsieur Harry, we did not mean to stay here so long as this in any way.
No, please, not at all. I insist you stay here. There are drinks, cigars, seltzer, Perrier water over on the table. I'll be back in a matter of 15 or 20 minutes at the most.
Well...
My hat over... yes, there. Now, sit right down, make yourselves at home, both of you. I'll be back in a jiffy.
You put something on it for us.
So I leave this man Harris in my room with Janine. There he sits, thinking of the possibility that he'll make some money on a sure thing, a fixed horse race with no risk whatsoever to his own pocketbook. Not bad, huh? What's wrong with that? Probably, like Harris, you'd feel you don't know for sure yet that I'm maybe not some kind of a nut, but at least you'd have to admit I have good whiskey in my room, good cigars. I could rent a comfortable hotel suite, and in 20 minutes or so, I'd be back with a big smile on my face.
Sound. Door unlatches, closes.
Still here. Ah, good.
We were wondering, Mr. Lime.
I was afraid maybe you'd have left before I got back, before I'd even gotten a chance to learn your names. Did you think of that?
Ah, stupid, pardon, monsieur. I am André Janin, Monsieur Lime.
And you, sir?
My name is Jack Harris.
Jack Harris. Mighty pleased to have met you both. Now, while I think of it, here you are, Janine. I got odds of 4-1, another 80,000 francs for you, Harris.
Well, say, what do you know?
My goodness, sir, thank you.
Just like it grows on trees.
Yes, sir, just like it grows on trees. 80,000 francs, about $200 for my sucker friend Harris. And he never lifted a finger. That's living, man, way up high on the hog, just as Harris himself says.
Just think, Janine. The only limit is the capital you got to put down on a race. How about that, huh?
How about that, indeed? You see what I mean about 9 out of 10 being larcenous? And of course, before this afternoon is over, another cablegram has been delivered, another bet placed just as a convincer. And when I come back into the room, I hope you don't mind. I had them give it to me in big bills so it wouldn't be such a nuisance for you to carry around.
Nuisance. Oh, 100, 200. Oh, this will add up to 800 American dollars. That's not what I call a nuisance.
Now, to be sure, Harris had some 300,000 francs of my money in his pocket, but I don't need to worry too much. He won't run away. He's too anxious to get some more of this money that just grows on trees. Overnight, I leave him in the company of my pal Janine, for I've work to do to prepare the appearance of the Club de Turf. It's all a phony, of course, staffed by my friends, all set up just to pluck Mr. Harris, just to separate him from some of his nice little old American greenbacks. And sure enough, as expected, next morning he's back, knocking at my hotel room door.
Sound. Knock on door. Door latch.
Ah, come in, come in, come in.
Sound. Door closes.
I was hoping you fellas would show up. Drinks?
Oh, I think not for me, thanks.
And now me, I could use one. After last night, I was celebrating my winnings in those fixed races.
Now, help yourself, Harris. Yes, I'm glad to see you. I need someone I can trust. And after the way you two returned my wallet yesterday, I know you're both dependable.
Well, anything I can do.
Oh, you can do me a favor. Make yourself up a little change at the same time. Here's my problem. The manager over at the Club de Turf's getting suspicious of me. I'm afraid she was just before telling me how I have to place my bets somewhere else.
I should think. After all the money you must have taken away from her.
So now, if you two would take this guest card, it'll get you into the club, okay? And place a bet for me. I've got a horse in the 5th race. Bet him to win, and I'll give you a blank check.
Blank check?
On credit, my credit, of course. Besides, you still have the few 100,000 francs you won yesterday.
Yes.
Harris, you still got your 300,000?
Right here.
Okay, here. You give yours to Janine here. That makes 600,000 for the two of you. Now, are you listening?
Yeah, sure, right.
This is very important. Do exactly as I tell you, Janine. When it comes time to bet, you make out and sign this check for 15 million francs. Don't let those fingers unsettle you, Harris. It just sounds like a lot of money. Translated, that meets only about 50,000 American dollars. Place the check together with your cash on Dancing Cloud in the 4th race at Chantier. The odds should be about 4-1. That would net you, let's see, that's more than 200,000 American dollars.
Oh, what a way to make money. Oh, by the way, Lime, I don't speak French.
Oh, don't worry about that, Harris. At the Club de Turf, most of the bettors are English or American anyway. All the business is transacted in English if you don't speak French.
Oh, fine. Come on, let's go, Janine.
Now, please, one moment, Monsieur Lime.
Yes?
I don't have 15 million francs in cash to make that check good. I don't like the idea of putting my name to a check for 15.
No, look, Janine, don't worry about that. This guest card assures you credit, and then when you win, you take up the check, and where's the trouble?
Yes, but what if we lose?
Oh, don't be a dope, Janine. You can't lose. It's a sure thing.
You catch on quick, Harris. You can't lose. That Harris. It was a pleasure swindling him. The smarter, the shrewder the sucker, the quicker he'll tumble. Now it was up to Janine to steer him to the rooms I'd rented and decorated to look like a horse race betting room. A few comfortable chairs for the patrons, all my friends, the patrons. A blackboard at which a man chalks down the odds on each of the races at 3 or 4 different tracks. A cashier behind his half window paying out huge bundles of francs on pretended bets to pretended club members. The whole thing a fancy front to impress my rich American Harris, whose breath by now is coming faster, whose eyes are shining brighter, who thinks he's about to make a huge profit on a sure, crooked wager.
Sound. Races being called throughout the following.
Quite a place, eh, Harris?
Yeah. The first time I was ever in a place like this.
See the man with the headphones up there at the board?
Yeah.
He's chalking down the odds. No, the results too, I guess, of all the races.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the cashier's window.
Yeah. You think we should make that bet now?
But are the odds right?
Over there, see?
Oh, sure. Well, I guess they're
Yeah. You got the blank check?
right here, but it's not blank anymore.
Well, come on. Let's get up to that window.
Are the odds on Dancing Cloud right?
Oh, sure. Come on. Hurry up, Janine. I won't feel right till that bet is down.
All right, just so.
Yes, sir.
I want to place this on Dancing Cloud in the 4th Chantier.
If you don't mind, sir, I'd like to see your card. Fine, thanks. Dancing Cloud in the 4th Chantier. Check for 15 million francs and 600,000 in cash. For one bet, sir.
Yes, one bit.
Here's your ticket, sir. 15,600,000 francs on Dancing Cloud. Thank you. Next, please.
Good afternoon, Marcel. 1 million francs across the board on Beau Marchés, please. Come on, Janine, let's sit up near that caller.
Oh, I'm worried it's my name on that check.
Oh, why worry? How can you lose?
Besides, everybody I heard was betting on Beaumarchais in this race.
Relax, Janine, relax.
Well, see there. Did you hear him? He did not even mention Dancing Cloud.
Well, I guess they don't want to make it look too raw, you know?
Why did I put my name on that check? 15 million francs.
You'll be all right. Look at the way all these men around us are taking their bets.
Sure, their money is on Beaumarchais.
Coming up is Dancing Cloud.
See there, Dancing Cloud.
3rd.
How long did these races last, do you know?
A minute or 2, I guess.
This is awful, knowing that the race is probably over by now and we sit here.
Oh, my name on that check, 15 million.
You think we made some mistake?
Why did we deal with a man we never saw before yesterday?
But he did win that money.
I know that, but there's some mistake, some reason for I think he's not even there.
Wait, listen.
And the winner in the 4th Chantier, Dancing Cloud.
Oh, we did it, boy. We did it. How about that, huh? Oh.
I aged 10 years.
Come on, let's get up to that window. $250,000 in American dollars. How about that? You got that ticket?
Don't worry about the ticket, Harris.
The result of the fourth race at Chantilly is official. Dancing Cloud.
Oh man, those jockeys must really know their stuff to pull a race like that. Nobody suspects a thing.
Winning ticket on the fourth race.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Money, please, Renee. I'll need several thousand in the notes, please. Just a moment, sir. I'll check this count.
Look at all that money.
All right, sir. If you'll just count it, please.
One moment, please, gentlemen.
Yes.
I am the manager here, gentlemen. Would you mind telling me how you got here? This is a private club, you know.
Oh, yes, I know. But I have my card right here. And,
sir.
yeah.
Credentials seem valid, but you have a pretty large wager here. Marcel, did you take this gentleman's check?
Oui, right here.
Ah, well, you have won this bet. The money is yours. We'll put this check through the bank, and if they approve it, you'll be paid off. We'll impound your money right here. You are stopping in Paris, aren't you? Just until the bank reports back.
And
by all means, keep your ticket. It is your receipt, gentlemen. Good day.
just a moment, please.
Yes?
I'd prefer that you did not bank this check immediately.
What is that?
Well, I'll have the check deposited in a local bank very soon, a matter of a few days, and you can clear it through. But right now, I'm a little embarrassed for funds in my own bank.
Then you should not have written that check. Illegal, monsieur. Now, well, all right. I'll hold your check for a short time.
Say a week?
A week? Quel conf. But all right. You either deposit the 15 million francs in our bank or bring it here to the club within 1 week. That will show you could have paid the bet in the event you lost. Good day, gentlemen.
Poor Harris. Poor Harris. I wish I could have been there to see him. How his face must have fallen to see all that money, real money too, right in front of him, be reaching out to take it. Not yet. So Harris, a very disappointed little sucker indeed, comes back to the hotel with Janine to talk it over with me.
Don't you think that my getting us a week's time was pretty smart?
Sure it was. But we still have to lay our hands on 15 million francs to make that check good.
Exactly right, Harris. Well, Janine, how much money can you raise?
Cash.
Yes, cash.
Bien, let's see. I have about 3.5 million francs in government bonds. I can cash those on short notice.
Okay, how about you, Harris? Can you raise the other 11.5 million? That's only about 37,000 American dollars.
Well, I've been thinking about it, Lime. Worrying on the way over. Most of my money is back in the States. It's tied up in real estate. As far as I can figure it, I can't raise more than 28,000 in a hurry. Now that leaves us stuck for 9,000.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I have a bank account here in Paris. I just hope my principals back in the States never hear about this, but I guess I can take the chance of letting you have the other 9,000 until this thing's cleared up. It shouldn't take long.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Would.
This next day or so is crucial. Until Harris's cash can be cabled from the States, I've got to be sure that he's kept on ice. For $28,000, it's worth all the time and effort. 2 days, 3, and his money arrives. Janine, Harris, and I walk to the Club de Turf together, Janine carrying the 15 million francs. So we get to the club. I look up from decoding a cablegram which was handed to me as I left the hotel.
Sound low background noise.
Mal de Mer in the second race at Chantilly today, 3-1.
Mal de Mer, huh? I guess we better look up that manager.
There she's. Madame? One moment, please.
Hi, you want me, gentlemen?
You remember Janine and Monsieur Harris here.
Oh, I'm afraid
That bet for 15 million, you held up our check until.
Yes, we indeed. Just present your ticket to the cashier. I assume you have the money with you?
Right here, yes.
Fine, fine. Just show the ticket and the money to the cashier.
At Bogner at the 3.25, Chowder Duck by 1, Prickly Heat by a half, and Blue Booty coming up.
Come on, Janine, cash that check in.
I'll just see if the odds on Maldemar are 3-1.
Golly, I share that dough at 3-1.
Yes, sir. Any minute now.
This ticket, my receipt for the manager told me just to show it to you.
Oh, oui, Monsieur Janine, is it not?
Mm,
The 15 million in the cash.
right here. Mm.
Yep, the odds are 3-1, all right.
Fine. Money, please. Now then, that's 78 million francs, right?
That's right, I believe.
These packages are 10 million apiece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 70 million.
Golly.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right. Count it, please.
Why don't you place it on Maldemar? The second race is up. I think I'll watch the marker.
That's a good idea. Put it all on Maldemar to win.
Post time for the second Chantier was 2:05. Off time was 2:05.5. And they're off and running in the second Chantier. 7 million, 7 to 8 million on Maldemar to win. And here's your ticket, sir.
Great heavens, $500,000 for me.
Well, gentlemen, a cooling drink while we wait. Did you place the money, Janine?
Yes, I did. I hope nothing goes wrong. Here's the ticket line.
Good Lord, man, you bet this horse to win? I said place. That horse will run second.
With the quarter up, Maldemar ahead, 11.5.
I say, manager, can we exchange this ticket from a win ticket to a place ticket?
Oh, now really, sir.
No, it's very important. I beg of you, please.
No, it is ridiculous. The race has already begun.
But it was a mistake, madame, I assure you. It was my intention that the wager should be for place, not win.
I am sorry, sir. Nothing can be done after the marker has called off the time for the race. Rules of the house.
Oh, you dumb auctioning my $9,000. I ought to thrash you within an inch of your...
Gentlemen, please.
Oh, dear.
Get your hands off me!
Don't you crook, you threw my money away!
You ruined me, too. Let me at him.
No, Lime, don't!
Bang!
Oh!
Oh, what has he done?
Harris,
Mon Dieu,
Harris,
what
quick,
has
we
he
gotta get out
done?
of here.
You've shot him.
Come on, Harris, quick, the French police. Of course, we left my specially rigged club as quickly as we could. Janine was sprawled in a welter of blood, and Harris, you may be sure, was stark, sheer, 100% terrified. But don't you worry. This was all just fun for the kiddies, just horseplay. The bullets I fired were blanks. The blood all over Janine's handsome Gallic profile was chicken blood, spurting out of a punctured bladder at an opportune moment. After all, we now had my friend Harris's 28,000 American dollars, didn't we? So our only problem was terrifying him into leaving town without peeping to the police. In my hotel room, I poured him a drink. Here, Harris, old man, you need this.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm afraid I killed him.
If you hadn't, I would have.
I should never carry a gun. When I lose my temper, old man, I go crazy. We've got to think. The worst of it is I've involved you as an accomplice.
Good Lord, that's right.
Well, one thing was a private club. Now look, you'd better pack, old man. Got an Italian visa?
No, yes.
Well, go to Italy. Try and get rid of that suit somewhere. There's blood spattered on it. Throw it on the train, perhaps.
Yeah, but where in Italy?
Oh, Italy.
There's my wife, my business. I can't.
Can't you lie low for a week? Just a week or so until we find out whether that fool Janine dies or not? I'll tell you. Go to the Hotel Splendide in Rome. I'll wire you there. I'll get you out of this. Oh, yes, I'll get you out of this, old man. I feel, after all, that I'm partially responsible for all this.
It's awfully good of you.
Nonsense, old man. You do the same for me. Now then, into the bathroom. Go on now. Wash up.
Right.
There's a train to Rome in 30 minutes,
Yes,
and you've got to be on it.
I will. Yes.
He was, too. And I sat back, quietly savoring a highball, mentally spending my lion's share of his $28,000. My expenses weren't more than 8,000 tops. What a wonderful horseplay it had been, to be sure.
Sound, door knock.
This would be Janine with the lute. Yes?
Sound, door unlocks.
Ah, Janine, my sweet, my lovely, my dove, my pigeon. Where's the dough?
The fleeks, the French cops, they raided your club right after you left.
The cops? No, you're kidding.
You took all the cash they could lay their hands on, arrested Louis and Bertot.
What?
And Renee and the whole crowd. Truth be here, this is all I could grab before I beat it.
How much did you get?
Original stake, Harry, and a small profit.
How much profit?
2,000 franc notes, Harry. One apiece.
$2 and a half. That, friends, was one of the most successful failures I've ever had. But there's a sunny side to it. I'm still at liberty and not in prison. This is a great advantage in my business. I'm not at all depressed, for I know that this is a lovely world full of Jack Harrises, and I assure you I will meet another such very shortly. Until then, if you're going to spend money on horses, be sure they're on the merry-go-round, for the most you can lose is the brass ring.
You've been listening to The Lives of Harry Lime, the Third Man, here on the WWOW Radio Mystery Hour. The Third Man theme was written by Anton Karas, and all music for the show was transcribed and performed by Heather Edwards. Sound effects were read by DeLisa White. In the cast of tonight's shows were heard yours truly, Bob Rutan, Heather Edwards, DeLisa White, Michael Johnson, Steve Viola, and Alan Dolderer as Harry Lime. Join us in our studio audience on Saturday, October 7th for Lux Radio Theater's presentation of Gaslight. This is Bob Rutan for the WWOW Radio Network saying good night, America, bye-bye, and bye-bye.
Bonds.